Hi everyone. So today I'm just going to show you how to make this cute little spring card. I'm going to be using Stamping Bella's Gardening Chicks stamp, and I'm going to use the My Favorite Things jet black ink and my tonic platform, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp my little chicks. And I want to get a really good image on here, so I'm going to stamp it a couple of times after I turn this around and realize I had it on backwards. So if you don't know about the tonic platform, one side is for the clear stamps and one side is for the big rubber stamps. So you just have to flip it over and then you can use both kinds of stamps on this platform, which I really love. I think they all do that, but I just really love this platform. So I'm going to stamp it more than once, and then I'm going to kind of set it aside and work on the background. Let me explain the background. So I started to make this card where I wanted the entire background to be kind of like an embossed with spring and Easter words, um, and totally messed it up. Came out horrible. So then I decided, well, maybe if I cut out a little frame, and I don't know, it just, by the time I was done fixing my mistake, it came out looking really cute. So that's why I'm showing you the video. So you can see that sometimes when you mess up, don't throw it away. You can always just sit, think about it for a minute, and then redesign. And that's what I did. So now I'm showing you how I redesigned it. So I'm just going to take words, different little Easter or spring type sentiments, just things that I thought that would be cute. One of them is from the Tim Holtz. Um, I don't know what this one is called, but it has all the different sentiments on it from all the different holidays, like the Happy Birthday, Hello Friend, Thinking of You, and it's got the little, little ears and the hats and all that cute stuff on it. So I took the Happy Easter out of that one, and that's one of the Tim Holtz ones. I took the little Easter egg out of the Lawn Fawn Some Bunny set, and then I have these clear stamps by Stampabilities that have just words, tons and tons of words. You can see it kind of off to the side right there, but I took family and friends out of there, and I kind of just kept messing with it until I got a nice straight line with all the words on it that I wanted. And once I get that all done, I'm going to take um, my clear ink, so the embossing ink, so that I can just emboss, and I'm going to use white embossing powder. See how it fits right there, and I'm just going to go all the way up, and I'm going to alternate it. Even though it's the size of the whole thing, I don't want it all to say the same thing over and over again, because I plan on using the middle of this for another card. So see, I start here, and I'm only going to show you a couple of these. You don't need to suffer through an entire, because it does take a little while to line it up good, but then I'm just going to do kind of half on one side, half on the other, just to kind of not have the exact same thing over and over again. And I'm going to do that all the way up. And a good lesson for everyone, clean your stamps. See how my friends has the black, has like a little bit of black in it, or that might be the family one. But luckily I'm covering it up with the white embossing powder, so you're not really going to see it. So this is just a Recollections white embossing powder. It's nothing special. I need to get better embossing powder, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I'm just going to heat set that. And then I'm going to come on back with the Distress Oxide ink, and I'm going to use the Fossilized Amber. And I'm just going to kind of fade it up to the top. So it'll be darker on the bottom and then kind of fade up towards the top. And yeah, this first time I did it, it didn't work out. I wanted the whole background to look like that. And I used the clear embossing powder instead of the white embossing powder. And so you could really see the dark ink from me not cleaning my stamps very well. It's another thing on my list to buy, is some stamp cleaner. But I really like the white better, because when you wipe it off, you can really see the words. So that's why for this video I fixed it, and I used the white embossing powder instead of the clear. And then I'm going to take some stitched rectangle dies, 2 of them, that I taped together to make a frame. So you can save the middle and use it on another card, and then this here is your frame, which that now we're going to set that aside, and we're going to work on the panel that's going to go behind that. So I'm just, again, another piece of cardstock, and this is just a standard size 4¼ by 5½. And I'm just doing the same exact thing again with the fossilized amber, and I'm just gonna go dark to light. And my phone is going off, sorry about that. And I'm kind of cleaning up in between because I don't want to get the fossilized amber all over everything, because I don't want everything to be yellow. There are certain parts that I want to stay light. So then I'm just going to spray it off with some water until I'm happy with the background. Just going to do it a couple of times, and then we'll set that aside to dry, and we will start to color. And all the markers that I'm going to use for this, I'm going to just kind of show them quickly in the beginning, and I'll try to remember to write them all down later. Not that I don't do, I'm not a good colorer. I never have been. I'm definitely not an expert. I just do what I think looks cute. So while I'm coloring, I will just throw some music on, and you can just skip ahead or sit back and relax. And I'll be back as soon as I'm done coloring. Okay, so we're all done with the coloring, and now we're just going to cut out the little image using the die that came, well, I ordered it. It came with my little gardening chicks by Stamping Bella. And then once I've cut that out, we're going to start working on the card, putting it together. Now I have these dies that I got ages ago. I have no idea where I got them, and I have no idea if they are even still around, but they're by Provo Craft. And I love the letters. So basically I did 3 passes on each letter. I'll kind of show you at the end of the video what these look like, and see. I honestly don't know if they're even around anymore, but they have like the cutest font. And I cut out 3 each, and then I glued each one of them together to make that a little bit thicker, because I wanted it to be more like a chipboard. And even though I used pretty thick paper, I used 110-pound paper to cut out each pass, I still wanted them to be even thicker, because if you saw in the front, in the beginning, I took the little chicks, I popped them up, and they're kind of sitting on top of it. So I wanted to give it more dimension. So now I'm just taking some foam tape, which is too thick, and I just cut it in half, and then surrounded the inside of the frame. And then I'm going to just adhere the frame to the base of my card, which I also cut out with the stitch rectangle die, just so that it would be the same size. You can't see the stitching, but that's all I have for rectangle dies. So once that's all put together, then I'm going to lay down the word spring across the bottom, and I did it in white. and I'm going to just kind of glue it to it, and I won't make you sit through each one, but let me just tell you, those little needles on the bottles are awesome, and I don't think I will ever not use them again. So I'm just going to adhere down each one of them, and I'm using the multimedia mat, which is what I have inside that bottle. So there, I'm doing the last letter, put it down, and then I'm going to pop up my little chicks with some foam tape, and I'm going to set them on top, and they're kind of like laying on the word. So once I get all my little dots on there and put that on, line it up pretty good. And then, oh, I wanted to tell you guys that I am going to be making 2 books, and the 2 books are going to be auctioned off for a children's charity. So as soon as I have more information about the books that I'm making, and a timeline, I will let you guys know, and I will do a little video showing you the progress of the books, see the papers that I'm using. But oh, here's the dies, and these are the ones I said by Provocraft. No idea if they're even around anymore, but they are the cutest little font. But you can use any one of your dies that you have that cut out letters. You just want to kind of make sure that the letters they're really tall enough to be on there. You don't want like little tiny letters on there. And there it is, pretty much done, other than putting on my little enamel dots and a couple of little pearls, just for a little added stuff. So anyway, back to the books. I will be, like I said, putting up a YouTube about the book itself, and there'll be 2 of them. They're going to be, because it's probably going to be around the fall before I get them completely finished. One is going to be a Halloween book, and one is going to be like a harvest book, because I know not everybody celebrates Halloween. So one will be more like a fall, pumpkins, scarecrows, that kind of stuff, and the other one will be a Halloween book. And I am going to be using the Doodlebug Halloween paper. So the Halloween one this time will be more cutesy, since there is no more October afternoon. That's what I will be using. So I'll keep you informed, and here's the card. Hope you enjoyed this short little tutorial, and I will be seeing you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.